All right, let's just skip right past those superficial listicles you see everywhere promising easy money, shall we? Today, in this explainer, we are operating as a specialized analytical engine. We're going to deconstruct the true underlying mechanics of wealth generation based on some heavy-hitting expert analysis. We are completely stripping away the filler to examine the exact cause and effect relationships, the implicit assumptions, and the real-world resource trade-offs that drive 9 distinct passive income streams. Because honestly, if you want to move beyond theoretical wealth and understand actual scalable yield, well, you absolutely have to look at the math. So let's dive right in. To really make sense of this data, we are structuring our findings into a rigorous framework based on leverage profiles. We'll be looking at 1. The mechanics of income decoupling, 2. Capital-driven yields, 3. Asset-backed tax efficiency, 4. Scalable digital assets, 5. Trust and attention monetization, and 6. Synthesizing the matrix.
Okay, let's kick things off with section 1, the mechanics of income decoupling.
So how exactly do you permanently decouple your time from your earning potential? This is the core question. It's the whole shebang. And the baseline assumption we absolutely must shatter right out of the gate is this illusion of completely effort-free money. You know, passive income is literally never passive at its inception. It's simply a highly asymmetrical, delayed exchange. The goal here isn't to just avoid work. The goal is to build a system where your initial, hyper-concentrated output eventually and vastly outpaces your continuous input. Basically, you are front-loading all the friction so you can eliminate it later.
Think about the mechanics of this trade-off for a second. With linear wage earning, you trade your time directly for money at a strict 1-to-1 ratio. The moment the gear stops turning, the yield stops flowing, period. But asymmetrical income, it entirely alters this physics. You deploy massive amounts of capital or labor upfront to build a machine. And once that machine is built, it generates a continuous yield that requires progressively less of your active time to maintain. You are fundamentally buying back your future time by heavily taxing your present.
Moving right along to section 2, capital-driven yield mechanisms. This defines the most straightforward mechanism in our entire framework, capital leverage. Now, this requires virtually zero upfront labor, but, and it's a big but, it takes a massive initial monetary input. You are essentially just renting out your accumulated capital. You inject your funds into the broader economy, and in exchange, you capture a percentage of the value it helps create. That could be through the structural appreciation of the asset itself, or through scheduled automated payouts like dividends and interest. It's literally wealth generated purely by existing wealth. Now, the source material identifies 2 primary pipelines for executing this capital leverage, and they carry entirely different risk profiles. On one side, you've got broad market index funds, which rely on the macroeconomic growth of the global corporate sector. On the flip side, there are peer-to-peer lending platforms, which rely on microfinancing individual consumer debt. Both use your capital as the primary lever, for sure, but the underlying engines and the specific vulnerabilities they expose you to are vastly different. Historically speaking, the data shows that broad market index funds yield about an 8 to 12% annual return. By purchasing diversified equities, you are mathematically abstracting your risk away from any single company's failure. It's like the ultimate passive bedrock. Honestly, the only real labor required here is the intense psychological discipline to consistently allocate your funds and, the patience to let the mathematical certainty of compound interest do the heavy lifting over a multi-decade horizon. The system does the work, you just feed it.
Conversely, peer-to-peer lending platforms offer a much wider return range. We're talking anywhere from 3 to 15%. But here is the critical analytical caveat you can't ignore. Higher yields mathematically require increased default risks. In this scenario, you are literally acting as the bank, distributing microloans across a massive pool of individuals. And while the platform's software automates the collections, you have to actively assess, monitor, and absorb the absolute certainty that some borrowers will default.
That absorbed risk is the exact, unyielding price you pay for accessing a double-digit yield. All right, let's jump into Section 3, Asset-Backed Tax Efficiency. This is where things get really fascinating. This non-obvious tax mechanism is the hidden engine of wealth preservation in real estate, the depreciation deduction. Check out this cause and effect loop. Governments actually incentivize you to provide housing, so you can generate positive, tangible monthly cash flow from rent while simultaneously claiming a quote-unquote paper loss on your taxes as the physical structure technically ages. It's brilliant. The asset puts real cash in your pocket while legally shrinking your taxable income footprint. It is a highly optimized, dual-layered yield. But we have to call out the implicit assumption here. This stream is asset-backed, yes, but it is definitely not entirely hands-off. Actually, scratch that. It's not hands-off at all. Real estate is fundamentally an operational business. It demands massive capital leverage, but it also requires moderate, ongoing labor. Whether you're dealing with catastrophic boiler repairs at 2 a.m., navigating tenant turnover, or auditing property management companies, the cash flow and tax shelters are absolutely paid for with operational oversight. The yield is heavy, but so is the physical anchor. Let's shift gears completely now to Section 4, Infinite Scalability Digital Assets. This takes us to a category requiring almost zero financial capital, but massive intellectual input. And listen, you can't simply create what you enjoy and just expect a yield. It doesn't work that way. To build a highly scalable digital asset, the experts note you must follow a strict causal pipeline. First, you identify a distinct market inefficiency or a high-demand problem. Second, you expend intense, uncompensated upfront labor to package the solution into a digital format. And third, you leverage cloud software to entirely automate the transaction and delivery. Every single one of these steps is mandatory. So we're looking at 4 main streams here: digital books, audio portals, video tutorials, and automated online courses. These all operate on the exact same mechanical physics. You do the work once, and the asset generates revenue indefinitely. But the risk here is entirely time-based. You might spend, say, 500 grueling hours scripting, recording, and editing a masterclass, traversing this massive valley of despair where you earn absolutely $0. You are taking on the risk of your own uncompensated labor to build the asset from scratch. But once that initial labor is spent, oh man, you unlock the ultimate leverage: zero marginal cost of reproduction. This right here is the non-obvious detail that makes digital scalability so unbelievably potent. It costs you the exact same amount of money, which is effectively zero, to deliver an ebook or video course to one single person as it does to deliver it to 10 million people. Therefore, the very moment your initial time investment is recouped, your return on investment scales toward infinity with every single automated checkout. Next up is Section 5. Trust and attention monetization. Building on those digital assets, in this economic model, the product isn't really the asset itself. The trust and attention you command within a specific niche is the actual asset. By leveraging that deep trust, you can utilize affiliate networks to act as a bridge. You connect a consumer's specific problem with a corporate solution, earning a highly scalable commission without ever even touching inventory. Or alternatively, through subscription models, you are directly monetizing ongoing, exclusive access to your curated expertise and your community. Now, while the back-end monetization is remarkably frictionless, the upfront relationship building is agonizingly labor-intensive. The data makes this super clear. You cannot simply drop an affiliate link and expect a yield. No way. The ironclad rule here is that highly valuable information must be provided consistently and for free over a long time horizon to fill up a reservoir of trust. Only when that trust is deeply rooted can the attention be effectively and sustainably converted into a passive yield. Make no mistake, the audience is the leverage. Finally, let's bring it all together in Section 6, Synthesizing the Income Matrix. This matrix perfectly synthesizes the core mechanics of the entire expert report. It maps out exactly what resources you must trade to acquire specific asymmetrical yields. It's essentially a precise menu of trade-offs. If you have abundant capital but zero time, the capital-intensive route of equities and P2P is your mechanism. If you have capital and the willingness to manage physical operations, real estate offers unparalleled tax shelters. If you're starting with $0 but have abundant time and specialized knowledge, while the labor-intensive creation of digital assets or network attention is your logical entry point. Every single mechanism demands a specific cost of admission. Listen. If you take only one actionable insight away from this entire deconstruction, it absolutely must be this. The myth of something for nothing is a mathematical impossibility. True wealth generation is simply a highly optimized delayed exchange. You are investing intensely today, deploying either your concentrated capital or your exhausted labor to purchase the permanent decoupling of your time from your income tomorrow. It is a strict transactional reality.
So, what does this all mean for you? The underlying mechanics are exposed, the tax efficiencies are clear, the exact resource trade-offs are clearly defined. Now, you must audit your own inventory. Look closely at your available time and look at your available capital. Which specific leverage mechanism will you deploy to build your financial future? Because frankly, until you build a system that decouples your earning from your hours, you will always be trading your life for your wage. Think about that.